4 years ago, when I was a freshman, I really bought into that whole adage that when you go to college, you can only choose two of the three spheres, being academic, athletic, and social. But what I really like about Colby is that it completely subverted that concept, and it provides enough latitude for everyone to explore all three options. I think there's a perfect balance between the amount of time that kids can spend in these different facets of the Colby experience.
Last 4 years have been amazing. I think for me it was by far the best choice I made was coming to Colby. I loved every second of it between being in school and basketball. It's been the perfect balance. And yeah, it's just been a great 4 years and something that I'll always remember, and the memories I made here were great.
My experience at Colby can pretty much be defined as the people who I've met during my 4 years. A lot of my closest friends have been teammates, and a lot of the people that I go and visit now are past teammates.
My experience has been tremendous. I'm kind of sad that it's already coming to an end. It's gone by really fast, but I've been really active with sports and clubs on campus. Made a ton of friends, a ton of people that, whether they're professors or just working staff here, they're all very instrumental in my education, and I think that I'll be in touch with a lot of them after I'm done here.
By far the best part about Colby for me has been the basketball program. Coming in, I came from Los Angeles, so I came from a pretty big city, and I never would have thought I would have enjoyed myself as much as I have, being in such a small area. But I think because of basketball and the teammates I've had and the coaches I've gotten to play for, it's been an amazing experience, and I've loved it. I've made some of my best friends. I still talk to tons of alumni who I played with, and some I didn't play with because of how strong the alumni network is here. And yeah, it's one of the most amazing programs. You get a real, as cliche as it may sound, it's a real family feel here. All the alumni are always looking out for each other, and it's just great.
The basketball program here is very, very historical. It's very based on traditions. It's very, very deep rooted, and it's hard to describe, but there's a lot of closeness between the current players and anyone who's ever worn the jersey. There's so much love and respect between anyone who's ever played for the Mules that it represents itself in so many ways, whether it's alumni weekend and everyone's back playing and hanging out and having fun, or whether it's somebody helping you with a job interview down the road, or somebody staying in touch and you're helping people through issues with their family, or even one of the seniors when I was a freshman is getting married soon, and we're all going to be at his wedding. So it's just, the program is so tight-knit.
Well, I'd say two things have defined Colby basketball in the last 40 years, one being wit and the other being the alumni connection. And I think it's perfectly fitting that Coach Strahorn stepped into the role of the new head coach, because that's what Colby basketball is all about. It's about the players and these connections across generations. And the players that I've played with, it's like a brotherhood. I know that's cliche to say, but we're always hanging out outside of basketball, and all the guys come back, and I've seen a lot of them, in the summers, and it's just it really is like a brotherhood.
Being part of Coach Strahorn's first year was really special and really amazing. Despite our record, I still had so much fun. We had one of the most cohesive teams I've ever played on, probably the most cohesive team I played on while I was here. An unbelievably hard-working group of kids. And I was on the committee last year to find the new coach, and my vote was Damien the whole way, because I thought he could be the best coach for the program, and he really was, and he's been great. And then he brought on Coach Albino and Coach Farley, who also were just amazing, and they're real player coaches, where everyone is excited to play for them. Every day when we come to practice, it's never a burden. We're excited to get to go play with these coaches.
This year was just completely different than the rest of my experience at Colby. Damien, brought a spark to this program, and same with the other coaches, Farley and Albino. I think they all complement each other really well, and they find that balance, like I was talking about earlier, with their passion, and like in communicating it through like encouragement and like making sure that they're firm enough in what they're saying.
This past season was really interesting. It was for a lot of reasons, but I think that the new coaching staff that came in was phenomenal. Personally, I think Coach Strahorn he's got a great head on his shoulders. He's on the right track. He knows everything he needs to know, and so I think that him and as well as Albino and Coach Albino and Coach Farley, they're very enthusiastic, very eager, very good coaches as well, and I think that those combinations all help a good team, and it rubs off on the players.
To the very top. I expect nothing less than a national championship. Eventually, there's steps that, there are many steps need to be taken to get there, but I'm completely confident that Coach Strahorn and the rest of the coaching staff will get them there. They've created this, like we talked about earlier, the sense of pride, and the captains now are doing a great job of making sure that everyone's working hard. I think that will remain the same for the years to come. People are going to return Colby Basketball to where it has been, and Damien has been there. He had a great career here, so he's the man for the job.
I see the basketball program having tremendous growth from now on. You look at the coaching staff's very young, but then you also look at the players, the returning players for next year, and the majority of the returning points, rebounds, stats really come from our freshman class. And as they progress through the next 3 years, they're also going to have tremendous growth.
The sky's the limit right now. I think that the coaches are doing a great job. They're getting new recruits in here that can play. They're good student athletes, and I think there's so much energy, enthusiasm, and excitement for the coming seasons that there's a lot of good things waiting to happen. And I can already see it with a lot of the returning players for next year and how they're working in this offseason. And I know that things are just going to keep progressing, and eventually Colby will be right back up there with the top tier in the NESCAC.
I have no doubt they'll be at the top of the NESCAC within a few years with Coach Strahorn at the head. I don't see there any other possible outcome. That's the reason I thought he'd be the best fit when I voted for him to be the new coach, because he knows basketball. It's unbelievable how much he knows, and he's an unbelievable recruiter, and he's going to do a great job for this program. And as I become alumni soon, everyone's still, even though the kids who graduate are still invested in this program. So there'll still be support from alumni who want to see this program go back to the top where it has been before, and I have no doubt that in a few years this coaching staff will get them there.